Okay, cool. Hey everyone, it's Oshkanda here, HIH podcast. Today my guest is Santiago Rutging.
Yes.
Nice guy, young producer from Zoetermeer as well as Holo and Flaws and Torvald. And Tim Bista, of course, who is I live here. He just told me about the really crazy weekend that we have so far. So,
well,
how's your production with your music is going?
Well, I actually had one track. I wanted to make some lo-fi songs just for fun, but I kind of turned it into a slow, future bass kind of track, I guess. And today I've started with the intro, and I think it's pretty cool so far. So I'm really happy with that.
Cool. So do you also study music or do you study something else?
No, I study security studies. It's really a new study at the University of Leiden, but it's in The Hague. It's close to the central station. And yeah, so far I like it, but I have to do a lot for it. So.
Okay. Then how did you start with music? Is it just a hobby or you want to do a music career?
Yeah, actually I started it as a hobby, I think as many others, when I was like 12, I think. I wanted to make rap beats for myself because I wanted to be a rapper. But actually after I discovered Holo, actually I didn't do rap beats anymore and started making electronic music and discovering it. And actually, it would be nice if I could get a career in it, but I don't really focus on it. I try to just study and make music for fun besides that. So. Okay.
So, how was your rap career? So you were also writing your own lyrics, or you wasn't collab with some?
I tried, but every text I wrote was really garbage. Actually.
Even worse than Lil Kleine.
Well, I think so, yeah.
Oh my god, man. That was then really bad. Okay, so what do you think of Dutch rap overall?
Sorry?
What do you think of Dutch rap overall?
I don't really like most of it. Actually, there are like a lot of people which are quite known, but not like known in the main public, which I think are pretty good, but the things you hear in the top 40s are not my thing. Okay.
So why you decided to at least try out doing rap on your own?
Well, I was really, I'm still really a fan of artists like Kanye and A$AP Rocky, and I was like, okay, maybe I can rap like them, but no, that didn't work out.
Okay, and now security status.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, it's basically. Oh, sorry, you were asking what it is. Never mind.
Don't be nervous, man. All chill. Okay. It's just a small talk. It's no problem.
But yeah, security studies. It's I started this year.
Yep.
After I graduated from high school, and so far I like it, but it's quite tough sometimes, I think. So I really need to focus on it in order to get the grades I need.
Is it like computer security or is it?
Nah, it's like it has a lot of topics. For instance, this year we are doing we had a block about Syria, and this block is about Fukushima case, like the nuclear disaster. So it's like a lot of security and safety related topics. And I think we're going to do next year the cybersecurity side.
Okay. So it's like overall security about everything, basically.
Yeah.
Great. So were you persuaded to go to security after an advertisement from Ministry of Defense? Or you just decided to do it on your own?
Actually, I needed to, because I almost had to sign up for a study, and my mom was like, "Yeah, you should go to the." I don't know how you say that in English, but like the days where you just visit this university and look what studies you like.
Open days.
Yeah, open days. Yeah, basically. So I told her which studies I could choose from. So she was like, "Oh, I heard something about security studies, which is really new. Maybe you should check that out." And I visited. Was like, "Okay, this is pretty cool." So I signed up for it. And so far it's going great, but it's really new. It's like this is the second year it's been going on, So it's really, really new.
Great. So you happy with this? So far, yeah, you already mentioned that you kind of like it.
Yeah.
But is it just based on the cases, different cases?
Yeah, basically case studies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And well, the first block was basically an introduction into all kinds of concepts, and the last block is going to be about doing your own research. So yeah, basically case studies and a lot of descriptive stuff.
Okay, makes sense. So you mentioned that music is kind of a hobby.
Yeah.
And after discovery of Holo and probably all the Bitbird guys and everything stuff, you decided to switch your hip hop to future bass and other electronic things. You also put out some music, right, under alias Santiago?
Yes,
Beats,
yeah.
Something like this.
Santiago, yeah.
So why you decided to share your music with the world if it's just a hobby?
Yeah, that's a good one. Actually, I just want actually to make people feel something with music, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could share my music with people and people actually like it or feel something with it, that would make me really happy. So yeah, I just think that's why I share it.
Okay, makes sense. So far you have like a bunch of singles, or you?
Yeah, I think I had a lot of singles before on SoundCloud, but I deleted those.
Okay.
But I think I've like 3 singles and 1 EP with 4 tracks.
Nice.
So yeah.
Pretty productive.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a new album or?
Yeah, basically.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I've like 5 or 6 projects I'm working on basically to be on that, but I need to make more, of course. But I need to have more time in life.
Yeah, of course. So would you consider to also maybe rap on those electronic music stuff that you're making?
I don't think rap will fit in those projects, but maybe just some backup vocals or something.
Okay. So you're not considering moving to something more like trap or stuff? No,
not really. I think it's kind of been it's like a lot of producers are doing it, so I don't think it's easy to stand out, and I really want to be original. Okay. Of course, future bass is also really a genre which a lot of producers are doing, but I'm trying to kind of make it more like indie trap or indie future bass. I don't know.
Yeah, so you know what they say, future bass is dead already. So
yeah.
So yeah, it's not better not to beat a dead horse.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned that most of your taste in music and kind of your in production was mostly influenced by Holo kind of.
Yeah, basically.
So would your production kind of change with Son also changing his way of producing music?
Well, I think actually yes, because when I was like learning all the electronic music, I basically did the main future bass stuff, and now I'm also like just like some going to the indie/ambient kind of side. So yeah, I'm kind of guilty of that. Okay. But I also really get inspired by other Bitbird artists like I Live Here and Flaws, and yeah, I really like it.
Okay. So you're probably one of the fans which kind of like one of the die-hard fans that Bitbird has so far had.
I guess so.
Which is great. So how does it actually feel to be a fan? So what made you become a fan of Bitbird?
What made me become a fan was basically Holo. Of course, I like a whole new world opened for me in music, and I was like, I never heard of this, and then Bitbird came across, of course, and it was also really stuff I've never heard of, but it really touched my soul in some way, I guess. Okay. So yeah, I think I became a fan actually after listening to some stuff, and yeah, because they of course released a lot more tracks, and I think there are like maybe 2 or 3 songs I don't like on Bitbird so far, and
which are those? Which songs?
Ooh.
Oh, come on, be honest.
I think there's one track from DZZ, Pavilion.
Okay, yeah.
It's not. I don't think I don't like it, but it's not that I would listen to it for fun, for myself. And yeah, there's one track from Appleby, I believe. Overdose. No. How many? I don't. The first time I heard it, I was like, no, this is not my stuff. But now, I'm tolerating it. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So you really like everything that's kind of Bitbird putting out so far, like besides a bunch of tracks.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Interesting. But is it because you kind of emotionally invested into the label, or is it because the music is really good?
Yeah, that's also what I'm asking myself sometimes. But that's really interesting indeed. But I think it's basically indeed the emotional. How do you say that? Relation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I when I listen to it, I'm really feeling something. So I guess it's also really good. It must be good.
Well, that makes sense. Even though some people listening to Marshmallow probably also feeling something. But anyway, no judgment here. I'm just saying words, you know. Does the saying that guys are actually from the Netherlands and even from your hometown, most of the people, does actually helps for you to be even like, oh wait, so these guys can do this, so probably I can also one day some cool label and stuff.
I think that's also like something to motivate me and inspires me, of course.
Yep.
That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, I was on the same school as Holo. That's something really cool to say, I guess. But yeah, I think it's like a sort of kind of dream you can follow because they have done it so far.
Okay. And so you also go into like events or meetups, meet and greets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a chance already to just speak to a bunch of the guys, like to the artists themselves, to the producers? I mean, to San, Drulu, or other guys from Bitbird?
What was sorry? I didn't understand.
So we have a bunch of events.
Yeah.
If I went to those. So have you ever spoken with them already?
There was a listening session for the Golden Finch 2 in 2017, 2 days after my birthday.
Oh, Sneaker District one.
Sorry?
Sneaker District one, or which one?
No, it was in Zoetermeer. It was like kind of a party.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where they just played the album, and I think Son live streamed it on his Instagram.
Yeah.
And there I met most of the artists for the first time. Drulu, Sander, I Live Here, Tasca Black, and Flaws.
So what did you ask?
With Analog Deer, because I already spoke to him on Facebook before about music and stuff, it was really easy to talk with him about all kinds of stuff, like this song is good, or what have you been up to lately. And I didn't really spoke to Drulu, I think, and because they were busy with other people, I guess, and Tasca Black is really shy, I think. He's a really shy guy, I didn't really spoke to him as well, but with Dorwald and with the Flaws as well, because Flaws was something I never saw before. I've never seen before at that moment, so I was like, oh, how did you get up here? And I really liked this track, so I just told him, hey man, your track's really nice, and then we just started talking.
Yeah, I think it was the first time he ever put out music on Golden Finch too.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So that's really cool.
Okay.
And there was also the party in May 2000, last year. It was in the Pip. Yeah. There, I was there. Funny story. It was like you had to be 18 plus, but I was 17 at the time. So I commented something on the Bitbird Instagram post about it. It was like, oh man, I'm too young for this. And then they commented back, they DM Torwald. So I DM Torwald, and he was like, yo man, if you maybe come earlier and help us out with some stuff, and you can just come. So the party started at 8 and I was there at like 5, and I just helped doing stuff with the merch and stuff, and took some pictures, and it was really cool.
Great. So like you So San is kind of one of your main kind of music heroes, so to
Yeah.
say. But like you haven't mentioned that you kind of spoken with him yet.
Yeah, well at the listening session, I think he was like, he told someone of some of his friends, was like, yeah, this is Diego, he was in the same school as I was, and he was like, just a small talk, like, how are you? And
yeah, but would you like to know something more in depth, or would you like to have kind of longer conversation with him? And what would it be about?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, how was his life on my high school? Like, how did he experience it? Yeah, I kind of know a lot of him already because of I read a lot of interviews and stuff. But but yeah, just how he experiences all the tour stuff and how it is to be like an artist to be as he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be really interesting to know, I guess.
Okay. So, do you think that you made the right choice with your studies then? Because San, let's say, kind of finished the conservatory because he was so dedicated to do the music scene. So do you think that you made the right choice in your...
Well, I think so, because San plays guitar very well, of course, and he can also play piano, and I'm really not good in playing instruments.
But have you like been taught to play instruments, or you just was never up to playing anything?
No, not really. I know I had like piano lessons when I was like 8 from my neighbor, but she didn't have time anymore at some point, and then I just didn't do it anymore. I think I kind of regret that, because now it would be really useful to play piano really well. But yeah, besides that, I've never, and sometimes I try to learn it, but it's something you have to do with like every day or at least every week, and I just don't do it.
But you just don't want it, or you just don't think it's kind of something interesting?
Oh, actually, I really want to. I've been telling myself to learn the guitar for like 2 years now. But
what stops you?
I think it's basically time, because I'm really bad at managing time, and yeah, actually, I think it's that, and I don't have the patience. Maybe I think after like an hour, I'm like, oh, okay, and what do I have to do now?
Okay. Well, I suppose that doesn't help you.
No, no, definitely not.
Okay. So, for the production of the music, do you use anything specific, or like, where do you get the inspiration from? Let's put it like this.
Well, yeah, basically I think my inspiration comes from my mood. When I'm really sad or something, I make sad songs, or when I'm happy, I make happy songs. And I think, well, for example, today, I use my laptop for most, for all things, and I use FL Studio, and there's one plugin called Nexus, which almost everyone has, and I downloaded one sound basically during summer vacation, and that is one sound that's it's a guitar but really detuned, and every time I play something with it, I'm like, oh shit, this is cool. So yeah. I get a lot of inspiration from that sound. Actually today my intro is basically based on that, because I just put some notes and was like, oh, okay, this is cool, I can build from that. So yeah, I think it kind of depends on my mood or day where I get my inspiration from. So yeah. And also, just listening to music, obviously. I mean, yeah.
Cool. Well, was pretty brief, but was pretty insightful. Thanks. And is there anything you would like to know, maybe about Bitbird from me or something?
Yeah, what do you do? I mean, I at the PIP, I actually asked Thorwald what everyone does, but I thought you were either something about economics or the laws. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I do finance. I do finance.
Oh.
Everything related to numbers basically goes for me, and also because my kind of hobby that we experiencing at the moment, We also started the Bitbird talks.
Yeah.
So like I'm usually interviewing people on Bitbird talks, but as we do it, like usually all the questions go behind the scenes. So you just focus on the artists and their answers. So we're kind of doing this, me, Torvald, and Michael, our designer. So
Michael?
Michael, yeah. You probably haven't met him because he joined team during AD time.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I haven't met him yet. So
yeah, he's pretty new. But before me and Tor, we did the first talks with Floss, let's say.
Yeah. I've seen them all. Yeah.
So that's what basically I do now.
Cool. What do you think about Bitbird in the future?
Well, we're gonna crush the game, obviously. Like, we definitely gonna just become the most, at least, respected Dutch label. At least that's how I envision it, and I think we just need to follow the path of becoming a tastemakers, which we're already becoming. With putting out the music, which you even have, like, as a fan, you have relation to the music that we put out, which is great.
Yeah.
And I hope, like, what do you think of the concept of Bitbird family? Like, do you feel yourself as kind of part of the family, or
Facebook
it's more
group?
of a? No, I mean like just.
Oh, just
like,
the call. Yeah, I mean well, I think it's I really like that because that's quite new. I think in the music industry to have like a community, and yeah, of course, yeah, I think I feel part of the Bitbird family.
This is great.
Yeah, and I think it's also really useful and important to engage your fans and listeners. So I think what you're doing is really, really great.
Of course, because without fans we can't do anything. So
yeah,
obviously we need to really be all together in the same way.
Yeah.
Well, thanks you.
Yeah, thank you too for having me.
Yeah, and well.
Bye.